Hello?
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 Hello? Okay na ba to, Dylan?
Pogi na yung boss.
Eh,
Oh my gosh. Sinascam mo sila dito.
oo nga eh. Sino yung tawag dito? Sino yung, meron ka bang gustong panoorin this year na artist? Parang,
Si Lizzie McAlpine.
meron ba siyang dates dito?
Wala.
Wala pa. Sige, hanapan natin. Tingnan natin
Si
kung meron.
Lizzie McAlpine.
Bakit siya?
Tsaka si Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, parang, nakadalawa na ata siya dito, di ba?
Oo.
Pero
Siya
hindi ka
yung una
nanood
kong
ever?
concert
Talaga?
experience.
Saan?
Sa bronze section. Sa MOA ata. Sa grounds.
Siya yung first ba na big artist ever na pinadundo?
Or ever in general. Na live music. Tapos napakalayo ko. Tapos kasama ko yung kapatid ko na hindi nag-enjoy. Pero gusto ko siya mapanood. As in yung TikTok feed ko, puro si Justin Bieber. Parang may audition ngayon kung sino yung deserve makanood ng mga concert niya. As in, kung alam
Audition
mo yung...
levels na
I mean,
hindi-
kunyari, kung di mo alam tong kantang to ni Justin Bieber, hindi mo deserve
Hindi mo
pumunta.
deserve bumili ng ticket, parang
Hindi.
ganun.
Yan. So, silang dalawa yung top of mind ko. Na
Okay.
gusto.
Okay lang.
Medic!
May tubig
Joke.
naman ako. So, kumusta yung experience na yun for you na parang, how old were you then? Nang
Hindi
nanood
ko na
ka?
maalala.
Teens pa siguro? Kumusta yung experience na yun? Do you feel that sort of shaped your love for music? Seeing, I guess, an internet, hindi naman.
I don't think so. I think,
What did though?
hindi ko din alam. Kasi parang yung sinasabi sa akin before nung family ko, wala namang anyone na musically inclined sa family. So, sobrang
Nagulat
gulat
sila.
sila. Parang, bakit dyan mo gusto? Or parang, bakit ba't kanta ka ng kanta? Bakit music ka ng music? So, hindi ko alam.
And I guess for
Nice.
those who don't know,
Oh.
kumbaga, hello Jana. You are
Joke.
Araw sa Gabi Management.
Yes.
And currently you manage SUD, the artist SUD and TONEEJAY.
Yes.
Diba? What's front of mind for you right now? Kumbaga, what do you find yourself constantly thinking about?
Work-wise,
Anything wise?
ay, ano ba? Kasi
Ikaw,
yung
work.
intro mo. eh. Ako, this year kasi, yung main intention for the management is makilala na siya as a management entity and not just me, the manager. Kumbaga, yung goal, pag na-hit natin lahat by the end of the year, hindi na sasabihin na, kay Jana yan. O, kunyari, SUD or si TONEEJAY. Kay Jana yan. Ang sabihin na, sa araw, sa gabi yan. Parang yun. So, everything that can help with that intention, yun yung front of mind ko ngayon sa work.
And why do you feel that's important as opposed to, okay, si Jana yan, di ba? Because to an outsider, I guess, they would think, it's the same thing,
Yeah.
di ba?
Or more on sa, mas baka nga insider yung makaisip na. But for me, it's important because si Jana is a person. So, meron niyang mga beliefs and biases. Whereas, if you put a brand in front of you, it's something na, well, ako, gusto ko siya i-build na something neutral and unbiased. And yun, brand siya na hindi ako yung kausap mo. Kahit na ako talaga yung kausap niyo. Pero, yun. Kasi, yung natutunan ko lang the past few years working, very difficult na related yung personal tsaka yung professional. So, isa yun sa naging trigger.
So, I guess being able to separate na parang, okay, you're talking to a management versus you're talking to
Yes.
a person also shifts that mindset of everyone else working or talking to you,
Yes.
di ba? Na parang, oy, this is a management email, this is, di ba? Even those small conversations sort of shift tone, di ba? I guess. And something interesting you pointed out that I know you do, or you at least talk to your artists a lot about, is you actually help a lot in their branding, in how they perceive themselves, or at least you try to guide them in terms of that. Why do you think that's important?
Kasi sila public figures sila. So, very important na how they present themselves. Or minsan nga, kahit tayo as people, di ba may personal branding na sinasabi. Parang it helps na pag itong people yung makaharap mo. So, for them, kunyari, if it's the fans, if it's the clients, merong solid na, okay, we need to show up as this. Versus hindi mo alam kung sino ka when you present yourself to these people. Parang di mo na siya isipin. Kung napag-usapan natin na, okay, pag-work ganito tayo, it's easier to show up. Kasi yun na yung naset mo na boundary for that setting. Does that make sense?
It makes sense naman. And I guess it
So,
also...
same din with... sorry.
Go lang.
The same yun. Parang kaya important yung branding. Kahit na hindi siya sobrang, dapat ito lang yung mga kulay na suot nyo. Parang important lang na if you show up to this place, you know kung sino kang...
They already understand you without you having to say anything.
Or ikaw, alam mo sa sarili mo. I think important yun. When I'm here, I am this person.
I guess it also goes back to understanding someone's core identity, diba? And
Ang seryoso? Hindi ako sanay.
na seryoso ako.
Kakausap.
Okay lang yun. I guess ito yung parang para sa mga hindi ka kilala. What's one thing that you would want them to know? Na parang pag naintindihan nila to about you or a life experience of you na kaya ganito si Jana, or parang naintindihan ko si Jana. Diba?
I think yung alam ko about myself that would explain a lot kung ba't ako ganito. People pleaser kasi ako. So, very biggest fear ko ay maka-let down ng tao.
Okay.
Or kahit ng hayop, ganon. Totoo nga.
Kahit pusa sa gilid, ganon.
Papansinin ko kayo lahat. Ganon. Pero kasi cute sila. Pero yun, so yun yung ko. I think kaya din nangyayari ngayon yung shift with how I see yung sa management, kung ba't important for me.
To be able to delineate that.
Kasi guys, pag people pleaser kayo, ang iisipin nyo lagi, what would make the other people happy? The other person happy. So, wala kang sense of self. Kasi, mag-a-adjust ka doon sa kasama. May ano ba gusto niyang gawin? Ano ba gusto niyang kainin? Ano bang... Yan.
And I guess, to some points nga, that can be a good and bad thing, diba? I'm sure.
Yeah.
For you ba, nararamdaman mo na bang, and at least knowing you these past couple of years, I've seen you sort of take control of that attitude, I guess. Do you feel that that's something na what prompted that shift siguro? Or at least what made you want to correct some of those bad habits na ganun?
Pag naharap ako sa situations na very evident na I will not please
everyone,
this group of people or this person, siya, parang syempre may struggle na i-accept yun. Being an adult na coming into terms na yun nga, people pleaser ka. Kasi feeling ko, kaya ka people pleaser kasi nung bata ka, walang anyone to support or validate yung emotional needs mo. So, lagi mong papakiramdaman yung situation. Pero, I also believe na isa yung reason kung bakit ko na-enjoy yung trabaho ko. Because I get to meet a lot of people and it makes me really happy kapag napapasaya sila. Kaya, masaya ako. Lagi kong tinatanong nag-start kasi ang road manager. So, ngayon may mga road managers na ako. Lagi kong tinatanong sa road manager pag wala ako, kung kamusta yung band, kung masaya ba sila, tsaka kung kamusta yung crowd. Kasi alam ko na it also matters a lot to my artists na, yun nga, kahit isa lang yung nandyan, tutugtugan ko sila. Or kahit 1 million.
You put in the same effort, the same
kasi
energy.
nga, parang, pinunta nila yung artist na yun. So, yun din yung ano ko, na parang, if that's what makes my artist happy, performing in front of a crowd, or kunyari, making sure na mapakinggan nito yung kanta na sinulat niya, yun yung nagmamotivate sa akin sa work. Pero, syempre, our work, di lang naman yun yung kaakibat nun. Maraming mga admin stuff, mga finance, mga legal. Pero to its core, yun yung ano ko.
I think it's still about building relationships.
Oo.
Diba? And I guess one thing na I actually lean on you is your sense of feeling out the crowd, feeling out the people. That's something that I actually constantly ask for help from you, especially if I have an idea. I know the other side of being a people pleaser actually is you're very generous with your time and resources when you can. When you can, diba?
Pero before, even when I can't, as in, dati proud pa ako na very available ako all the time. As in, proud ako na ganang tao. Tapos yun nga, parang tumatanda na. Parang ma-realize mo na kailangan mo rin talaga mag-set ng boundary. Kasi yung mga hindi mo tinrabaho within yourself, nung mga years na ideally, kasi hindi normal yung ano natin, environment natin.
Yeah, kaya nga
Wala
siya
tayong-
Araw sa Gabi Management,
Oo,
diba?
Kasi yung araw natin sa gabi. Pero, yun parang kunyari, yung mga may 9 to 5, ibig sabihin, meron silang 5 to 9 na hindi nila iniisip yung trabaho nila. And I think yun yung mga time na magguguni-guni sila or mamimit nila yung mga taong namimit nila for them to know themselves na, okay, I am 24 years old and I like this and I don't like this. Pero dahil ito na yung work ko from the start, not our artist management,
but even just around
sa
the
events,
industry.
sa music industry, hindi tayo nabigyan ng ganong sense of ano yun?
Self-discovery.
Oo.
Tama ba?
Wala tayong routine masyado.
Oh,
diba?
there is,
Walang fixed schedule.
Diba? We could be waking up at 5 a.m. for a flight or going home at 5 a.m. from a gig because
Yes.
it was late. Diba?
So yun, feeling ko yun nagka-catch up ngayon na kailangan ma-identify ko who's worth my time. Versus sa before,
Na parang
very
everyone
available.
is...
Oo. Tapos, nahihirapan pa rin ako ngayon. Kunyari, may isang incident. 1 a.m. nasa labas pa kasi may gig or may rehearsal sa ating isang artist. Tapos, pauwi na ako 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. May tumatawag dun sa bookings phone. 2 a.m. or 1 to 2 a.m. Tapos, inisip ko, sasagutin ko ba to? Kasi syempre, booking yun.
As a book, diba? If you're thinking bookings, parang this could be a project, this could be work, this could be the difference.
Ang daming isip, parang hindi naman sila tatawag ng 2 a.m. kung hindi important or kung hindi ganyan. But at the same time, ito-tolerate ba natin yung ganong...
Yung ganong practice na, or ano...
hindi rin naman kasi, di ba, ang dami mong iisipin na...
And what did you end up, and then what
Hindi
did
ko
you
sinagot, pero niregret ko na hindi ko siya sinagot. Pero syempre, message ko siya the next morning. Parang, can I call? Ganyan. Na hindi nga ako nakasagot. Pero yung mga ganong stuff sa work, and even sa personal, kunyari, pag may mga friends na nagyayaya. Lalo na dati, nung nagsa-start ako magtrabaho. Kasi di ba tayong work natin, lagi tayong book ng weekends.
So
Yung mga
automatic
friends
wala
natin
yan.
from before,
Those who have 9 to 5,
yung
sila lang, yun
days
naman yung
off
libre nila.
So, feeling ko, as in, may time na nag-message ako dun sa group of friends ko nung college na nagsasorry lang ako na parang every time na
nag-aaya sila.
hindi ako pwede. Tapos, sinabi ko rin na parang na-appreciate ko na kahit na ganon, may na-message
Inaaya niyo
ko.
pa rin.
Pero actually, hindi na rin kami nagkita. Pero yun, yung mga ganong stuff. Kaya, wala. Saan na ba tayo?
Yeah, okay lang. I guess, yun nga, me talking about you being generous with your insight. And I think one thing I noticed nga is that you have, because of, I guess, that that being able to sense what other people need and trying to fulfill that need, you have a unique perspective that most people don't have, which is sensing na, oy, may something wrong na dito, oy, this might be good. And I remember even talking to Sud about it na ikaw yung at least sort of medyo parang sense namin for every person. Na parang if patok to kay Jana, if okay to kay Jana,
Sud ba yan?
si Sud ba or si T? I can't remember who it was. Si Sud ba? Si Sud yun, di ba? Na parang if nagustuhan, whether it's a demo or a song or even just an idea, na parang if Jana likes it, I know other people will also like it.
Si
It
TJ.
won't...
Si TJ.
Si TJ ba yun? Ayan. So, that's... And I also, kumbaga, I also bounce a lot of ideas off of you.
Yeah.
Based
Kasi
on
I'm a
that.
basic person.
Basic-
Paano ako, natanggap ko na, i-own ko na siya today, na I am a, top 40 girly. Pero, medyo nagbago na. Kasi nga, ayun din, yun yung na-notice ko. Kung sino yung person na lagi kong kasama, doon na yun, siya nakaka-influence nung pinapakinggan ko. So, before, nung ako mag-isa, I guess,
Yun yung natural
yun yung gusto ko.
Yun yung natural
Top 40.
habitat ng
So,
iyong
thank
Spotify.
you to my friends for influencing my musical taste.
And I actually say that there's nothing wrong with listening to the top 40 or even just liking that. Because it's
Pero hindi
it's
ko
popular
ma-share
for
yung
a reason.
Spotify rap ko.
Bakit?
Hindi
Sino
ako
ba lalabas?
cool. Si Taylor Swift.
So, for a while, I think even my when I looked at my top 40, my top artist for last year was Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay lang yun.
Bakit? Diba? Parang from a person who you know would
Pero
listen to a
andun
lot
din
of
siya sa
jazz
akin.
or snarky puppy, mga ganun. Tapos biglang,
Ang cool mo talaga.
Tapos biglang Sabrina Carpenter lang pa rin pala yung top artist
Ano
mo.
about Sabrina Carpenter yung gusto mo?
I think it's a number of things particular for me. The first is she's loud and proud about who she is. And I think authenticity, people relate a lot to authenticity. And I think, kumbaga, when you see her social media or when it's about her songs or when the things she sings and writes about, you know that some part of her really believes and feels that way. The second is the production. Pop production. Sobrang galing lang talaga. Like, I know the Espresso, the guitar riff from Espresso was just like a loop from Logic. Kumbaga, alam mo yung sample pack na libre. Parang nanggaling lang ata doon. Tapos, they made it into a global hit. So, things like that na, okay, kahit basic tools lang yung ginamit, pero they're able to make something, I guess, that catchy, that melodic. It makes it very interesting for me na, this can be appreciated by a lot of people, diba? So I think that's it. And a lot of what I tell a lot of people is, you have to keep that pop sensibility in check with whatever deep, dark, or deep, very niche music you're listening to. Kasi at the end of the day, if you're looking at any viable commercial success, you have to be able to reach more people. And there are, admittedly, some types of music that that are harder to appreciate and reach. Like, I know from my personal experience, it's really just jazz, diba? Because jazz requires a certain understanding and memory of melodies and rhythms to be able to appreciate the next thing. But if that's like a hook that's 4 bars lang, mas madali siyang maalala, mas madali siyang makanta, diba? So, having that good balance of what's authentically you and what's the overlap of what people actually like that you're able to provide. That's why I feel having top 40 is important, diba? But I guess going back to...
Wait lang. Ako
go.
may tanong.
Oh.
Diba sabi mo, malalaman ng listener kung authentic yung artist with what they're trying to say. So with that idea, masasabi mo ba na yung mga pop songs na nag-chart
Lahat ay
ngayon,
authentic.
or paano umaabot na marami nakikinig? Kunyari, halatang
Trendy song.
Ano yung pro, bukod sa sikat ka ngayon, ano yung pro of having that trendy, but masasabi mo bang di authentic yun? Ang sama kayo sabihin. Kasi,
Hindi naman. Hindi, kasi they still relate, di ba? There's something about it that they're able to relate. Kumbaga, I guess you're talking about songs that are purely trendy na parang TikTok fad of the week or something like that.
but
Tama
again, sad na kasi for sure nilabas yan. Hindi ko alam, hindi ako artist. Pero kaya mo ba
yun.
maglabas ng di ka naniniwala dun sa art na yon?
And yes, I'm sure people have done that. But I guess the consequence of that is, at least from my understanding and what I've seen of it, you don't make a lasting impression. Meaning,
Yeah, yun.
yun. So, kunwari, when Sabrina Carpenter sings Please, 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 di ba? Parang nararamdaman mo or you're building a situation or a
Kantahin mo
story
nga.
in your head.
Kantahin mo.
Okay lang. Ayoko baka maka-copyright strike.
Sayang.
Pero diba,
Wow,
you're
yun talaga
already-
yung reason kung ba't okay.
But diba, you're already thinking about a scenario na, uy, ba't kaya niya ginawa to? Or ano kaya yung situation that led her to write and sing about this in this way, diba? So, those kinds of stories are easier developed or even thought about, and you're able to create emotional connections because there's something authentic in both experiences, whether written or sung. As opposed to a song that's really just meant to be catchy, that will only last as long as hindi ka pasawa sa pagiging catchy nun.
Anong kanta yung iniisip mo?
Ngayon, wala. I don't listen. Kumbaga, what happens to me at the very least is, if I heard something like that, I
Na-block
immediately
na siya,
forget.
no?
Hindi, I immediately forget it. Kasi parang I'm not able to make either a connection to the song. Diba? So, and it's at least for
Alam nung
people.
listeners na ganyan ka lang magsalita, hindi ka galit.
Oo.
Alam nila.
Mukha
Okay.
naman. Okay, well, pang ilang episode na to.
Okay.
Siguro. So, sana
Di
naman
siya
nasanay na
galit,
sila sa buhay. Ganito lang, I guess, the other people would call it passionate about a subject.
Sinong people? Ikaw?
Ako? Hindi, sinabihan na ako ng ibang tao. Na,
You're so
you sound
passionate, no? You're so passionate. Anyway.
Okay lang yun. So, I guess, where do you find that, basing on that, diba, building on that, popular music, and I guess you're lucky, and I guess you're both lucky because I believe there's always a component to luck in fame, but you're also deserving in the sense that the artists you manage have sustainable careers right now.
That's
Where
the
do you-
goal. That's the goal.
Why do you think that is the goal, to have sustainable careers?
Because you get to do what you like. As in, yun yung kung kunyari may gagrant na wish ngayon. Ang wish ko para sa lahat, nag-wish. Wish ko. Anyway, ang wish ko para sa lahat ng tao, magawa nila lahat ng gusto nilang gawin na hindi nila kailangan isipin paano sila kikita or yun. Di ba may,
wala.
Di ba may ano nga, yung parang, di ko alam kung lumabas sa feed mo, parang, di ba, sobrang laki na ng AI ngayon. Ang sabi doon, hindi ko kailangan na gawin ng AI yung art ko or yung trabaho ko para makapaglaba ako, para makapagbayad ako ng tax ko. Kailangan ko magawa yung mga gusto ko gawin. Pwede bang yun yung gawin
Yun ang
ng AI?
Kumbaga,
Parang
pwede bang ikaw
ganun.
yung, literal, pwede bang ikaw yung magluto para sa akin kung hindi ka
I
mahilig
don't need
magluto?
AI to create art or make my music for me so I can do XYZ. I need AI to do XYZ so I can create art and make my music.
And for you, what do you think that is?
Ayoko pag-usapan AI, baka mabasa.
Hindi, no. I mean, no, not even AI. More of, for you, what do you think you find yourself gravitating towards? Is aside from the management, if you money were no object or no, what would you find? What do you find yourself doing? Or parang, how do you find yourself helping people, diba?
Ito pa din. As in, ito pa din. Parang yung goal ko, hindi lang for the artists. Recently, nagtatanong-tanong ako sa ibang managers kung how much yung pay nila sa crew, sa road team, or kunyari sa mga katrabaho nila.
That's a conversation we sometimes have, diba? Parang, we hear other crews na, para sa hirap ng crew na ginawa nyo?
Yeah. Pero, so yun nga yung goal na I hope marami tayong kasama na yung mga behind the scenes na tao, sustainable din for them. Kasi sila yung first one in, last one out eh. Diba naalala mo nung Wish? Diba tinatanong kita kung how much yung pay dun sa mga workers
sa ibang
na
crews.
nagsiset up ng stage.
And then I told you, I think at least average would be 800, 1,000.
A day.
Swerte na yung 1,500.
Yeah. Tas,
They're working 24-hour days. They were there the day before and they'll be there the day after.
oo. Pero, yan lang. Kailangan natin mag-ingat. De joke. Kasi, hindi naman yun yung group lang. Di ba? Parang system, na siya. System thing na ano yung kailangan baguhin para yung mga taong nagtatrabaho same hours as us. Kasi pwede naman sabihin, eto, mas mataas yung pay because yung work na ginagawa niya. It's what brings business to everyone. But at the same time, kailangan din, compensated fairly yung mga tao. Kaya nagagawa natin to. Yung mga ganong stuff lang.
And aside from, I guess, I know from working with you that one thing you do a lot for your artists is really, I guess, the easiest summation is you have their backs, kumbaga. I think that's it. But for those who don't know and are probably looking for a manager, diba? What do you think a manager should be doing for their artist?
Dapat china-champion ka nila. And nakadepend yun sa kailangan ng artist. Alam ko may mga artist na gusto nagpa-perform. Alam ko may mga artist gusto lang sumulat. At the end of the day, question siya of ano ba yung goal ng artist.
And what does a sustainable career look like for them?
Kung gusto nila yon. Kasi may mga artist naman na hindi kailangan yun. Diba? And di pa ako, yun, parang inisip ko kung maka-experience ba ako working with an artist na ang kailangan ko lang asikasuhin sa business side niya would be just digital and networking. Hindi kailangan ng bookings. Feeling ko naman kasi may kilala akong ganun. So may ganun. Tapos ang tanong din, will it excite me? Pero sa mga naghahanap ng manager, tulong na yun for the artist and for the manager kung clear ka on what you want to do with your art. Do you want to perform in front of a crowd?
Do you want to perform a crowd in how big a crowd? 50?
So
100?
parang
1,000?
sobrang nakakatulong na clear. Kasi walang, yun nga, doon manggagaling din yung authenticity, I believe, na kailangan kasi gusto mo yung ginagawa mo eh. Ang hirap, lalo na, example, nung nag-boom yung TikTok, sobrang daming artists na nag-resist na talaga kailangan ko gawin yan. Bawal bang ito na
Kasi,
lang yung gawin ko.
Hindi alam nilang sasayaw ba? Hindi naman ako sumasayaw eh.
Pero yun nga, parang hindi pwedeng may compromise na you do it on your own style. Platform lang naman ng TikTok eh. Ikaw magde-dictate kung ano ilalabas mo dyan. So, pati sa Spotify tsaka sa YouTube. Di ba doon ito lalabas? Okay. So, yun, parang dapat kung maghahanap ka ng manager, from a manager's perspective, clear for you kung ano yung gusto mo mangyari. Kasi ang hirap na, kunyari, lalapit sa'yo, kunyari, manager ka, lapit sa'yo. Pero hindi mo alam kung ano gusto
Anong
niyang
gusto
gawin.
mo?
Ang hirap naman ikaw magsasabi na, ang pwede mo na lang sabihin, based from my experience with my other artists, ito yung ginawa nila. But that should
At
just
the-
be a guide.
And at the end of the day, the artist has to say, oh, I like that. Let's explore this possibility, di ba?
Kasi pwede yun eh. Hindi ko naman din, baka kasi ma-discourage yung iba na hindi ko alam gagawin kasi. Hindi ko alam, kaya nga ako naghahanap ng manager kasi hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin.
And what I find also is that artists who are who know what they want are able to navigate their careers easier because everything just goes through that.
Yeah.
Na, is this something I want to do? Is this in line with the goals or at least
Yes.
my vision of what my career should sound like or should go through? It could, and that filter could be as simple as, am I accepting this brand deal? Am I, diba? Am I
Yeah.
taking this gig, diba? Does it align with my values and what I want to do? So, I guess for most artists, the best thing to really do is try and figure that out on an individual level.
Yes.
Diba?
That's very important. Or yun lang, kahit yun lang yung tanong naman, pwede namang along the way na niya ma-internalize.
Yun.
Pero parang yung simple answer lang to a simple question na ano ba yung gusto mong gawin? Diba?
And I guess for you naman as that, what do you find is the best thing or what's the unique thing you offer as a manager? Kumbaga, why should I go with Araw sa Gabi Management?
Oh, so the goal is to have a number of managers with the management. Gusto ko, dahil nga yung goal ay to make this sustainable. Kasi yun yung nangyayari ngayon with me, with my artists. Dapat yung manager naniniwala na pwede yan mangyari. Tapos, yun, feeling ko doon na nagpa-fall in, na parang if you believe in one thing kasi gagawin mo na lahat to make it true. Diba? So, yun yung akin na parang pag sa amin, pag kay Araw sa Gabi, gagawin natin yung mga gusto mong gawin. With techniques, with a system that would make it sustainable. Backed up by the experience and also the network.
Resources and the network, diba? Another thing to add to that lang rin is something you mentioned, and I remember attending in college a workshop na parang band management with a friend of ours, si Ray Fab.
Ano yan?
Amp, in Ateneo. One of the things he said was, that really stuck with me still to this day is, if you're looking to manage an artist, you should be their number one fan.
Yeah.
Diba?
Pero wag masasabihin yan sa artists ko na number one fan nila.
Hindi. Taylor Swift nga, wala nga sila sa top 5 mo eh. Diba?
Uy, pero kapag wala.
Okay
Hindi ko
lang.
na Pero yeah, super true. Kasi yun nga eh, kailangan na-enjoy mo yung ginagawa mo. So ako, sinasabi ko to, mas doon sa songwriters. Yung goal ko, marinig ng madaming tao yung mga sinulat nyo.
Na nagustuhan mo rin, diba?
Sometimes. Joke. Oo, kasi parang, tas recently may isa ring conversation na sabi ko, gusto ko kung ano yung naririnig mo dyan sa utak mo na final output ng kanta mo. Yan yung gusto ko marinig ng maraming tao. Kasi, una, na-enjoy ko katrabaho yung mga katrabaho ko. So, fan ako nila as people. Tapos, yun. Parang ang hirap magbenta ng produkto na hindi mo na-enjoy. So, ano din yun din, parang pag naghahanap, balik doon sa unang question, if si artist naghahanap ng manager, kahit anong galing ni manager na nilapitan niya, kung hindi naman sila match, 'Diba? Parang, sabihin mo natin, ito yung, may 5 top managers in the Philippines, top labels, top managements. Hindi match 'di ba? So, mahirap pa rin yun. Kailangan, parang better nga hindi ko alam. Parang better kung meron kang, kunyari, close friend mo, or kakilala
Nakasundo
mo,
mo talaga,
nakasundo mo,
nakatiwala
and
mo.
parang katag team mo dun sa binubuo nyo. Kaya ako, believe sa kay Reese. Kasi, di ba, independent siya ever since. Kasi, ang ginawa niya, bumuo siya ng team, tapos gumawa silang magic. Parang,
It was me, Jamie, and Reese.
oo, parang
With
yun,
Christian.
parang yun, tapos, I think, in Reese's terms, successful siya as a musician, or successful siya as an artist. Kasi nagagawa niya yung mga gusto niya ang gawin. And siya yun.
Siya yun. And I remember nga, one of the first things that, your question essentially is, di ba, ano yung gusto mong gawin? We asked a version of that question early on when we managed Reese, na parang, okay, what does a successful career look like to you? And I remember telling you na, for her, it doesn't matter kung how many people, basta kahit sang part siya ng mundo or Pilipinas na tumugtog, merong at least one person doon na pumunta para sa kanya at para sa mga kanta niya, okay na siya.
Yeah.
So which is why we made it more about translating her personality, her as a person and as an artist, as opposed to the hype of being a star. Because she wanted you to relate to her, not the idea of her. Which is why it was easy, I guess, to build branding, stories, and everything because we were telling her story. We weren't telling a fake story or anyone else's. We were telling, Reese, anong tingin mo dito? Diba? As opposed to, anong tingin ng fictional na character natin dito, diba? So, that's why, I guess, and we talked about it nga, that's why her branding, her I guess, overall branding and presence is very strong.
Yeah.
Because it's who she is.
Yeah.
Diba? And she is very aware and she understands completely both her art and herself. And thus, it's easy to put that in many different forms and executions.
Yeah. But on the other side of the coin, may mga artists kasi na hindi comfortable with that. Parang they'd rather people just listen to the art and not know the artist.
And that's completely fine.
Oo, sobrang okay lang yun. Kasi yun nga alam ko may mga hesitations yung ibang artists na, pati ba naman yan kailangan nila malaman? Diba? Sobrang siya, yung natutunan ko, kung kaya, treat mo siya as work.
Sorry.
So, after work, dun ka na sa personal life mo. Parang meron ka lang persona. So, basta maraming kailangan pag-usapan kung pa-pursue mo ang music. Whether full-time or part-time.
One thing I find though that works with artists like that is, what I always say is, you choose naman what you share. At the end of the day, parang
wala
you share what...
pumipilit
wala
sa'yo.
pumipilit sa'yo. You choose what you're comfortable talking about, your share. Because it goes back again to authenticity. If you're not comfortable, let's say, talking about politics or talking about your music, then it will show na parang, ay, pinilit lang ako para gawin to, di ba?
Yeah. I think dun nga papasok yung pag meron ka ng pag nandun ka na sa level na relevant na for people to get your opinion on this or on that. I think doon papasok yung representation na kailangan mo na ng manager.
And
Tsaka acceptance na kung yun yung branding mo na yun nga, unbiased ka, hindi ka political or political ka and marami kang hanash in
feelings
life.
about that.
Then okay. Pero yun nga ngayon kasi pag lumabas na sa bibig mo, pag na-post na online, yun doon na siya forever. So, siya, parang either papanindigan mo or hindi.
And I also feel that there is a third option actually with regards to that most people don't even just take. Na parang, you just say, sorry, I'm not informed about that topic enough to make an informed opinion. Ganun lang kasimple,
Yeah.
di ba? You can say that. There's nothing wrong in admitting that you're catching up on something, di ba? That you're still understanding
Pero
something.
ano ba? Ay, sige. Tama ka. Tama. Iba yung inisip ko.
Sige. For you naman, how can people help you? Ano yung kailangan ni Jana ngayon? I know recently you looked for
Road managers.
road managers, di ba? And maybe other potential artists who are, what are potential artists that you're looking for? I don't know. Kumbaga, hindi ko alam. But
Ano
what does Jana need?
matutulong?
What does Araw sa Gabi Management need?
Yung mga interested, kung pinakinggan nila tong buong thing.
Kung natuwa
So yun,
ka sa...
kung naniniwala kayo na pwede magkaroon ng sustainable career in the arts, yun lang, parang galaw tayo
Reach
to
out.
make that. Or, yeah. Kasi, yun, mag-isa ko ngayon. Ang nabubuo ko ngayon yung team ko sa
RMs.
road. So, dami ko pang kailangang help. Parang...
Hindi naman. Just, malay mo, if someone...
In general lang, pero hindi ko sinasabing. Pero yun yung nakita ko ngayon na kailangan kong help with. Actually, years na kailangan ko ng branding tsaka ng creatives. Kasi nga hindi ako creative person. I am just
But you
a
know,
yapper.
but you know what you want. And I think that's...
Oo. I need people. So, kunyari, kung ako, tumutulong ako doon sa artist na ma-execute yung mga naisip nila for their art, kailangan ko rin for me na ma-execute
yung thing mo. Alright. Sige. So...
Ikaw, anong kailangan mo today?
Tulog. Yun lang naman parate. Wala, hindi mo mabibigyan ng tulog.
Sorry.
It's okay. Sige, I guess for, what's one thing or one learning or piece of advice that you've gotten or learned through being a manager that you think a lot of people would benefit from, not just those in artist management?
Ang cliche lang sasabihin ko.
Okay lang
Just
yun.
be a good person. Just be kind. Kasi, di lang ikaw yung may pinagdadaan sa mundo. So, in general, yun lang. Parang minsan nakakalimutan kasi na...
Be kind.
Ewan ko. Pero at the same... So, yun yung problem ko kasi before. Masyado daw ako mabait. Kailangan ko daw mag-grow ng fangs. Sabi nila. Di okay. Pero...
hindi bagay.
Pero, pinapractice ko rin yun. Kasi, yun nga yung dami kong nakakusap na managers. Tapos, sabi nila, naku, hindi gagana sa kanya. Ganito, gaganyan.
Or you feel the cutthroatness of it sometimes. It doesn't have to be. I think it doesn't have to be.
But, yun nga, parang, be kind and be a good person. Yan lang, yan yung natutunan ko na. Kasi, di ba, gusto mo ba yung mga organizers, magaling nga yung artist mo pero ayaw ka nila katrabaho kasi ganyan.
And I've seen it
Okay
happen.
lang, tas may ibang tao na okay lang, walang pake. Kasi tutugtog lang naman kami. Di okay sa'yo. Pero yun, parang di ba mas madali na isipin mo, pinapadali mo yung trabaho ng mga nakakatrabaho mo by being kind. And yeah.
Okay.
Be kind.
Be kind. Yeah. And I guess... And just to add to that, that's actually one of the first things that we talk about when we do our trainings for the people. Na a lot of production work is more about attitude than it is about skill. I always say it's about 80% attitude, just how you work with people, how you talk to people. Because the 20% that's actually technical skill can be learned.
Yeah.
And it will be easier learned if you're nice to people, if you actually talk to them and, kumbaga, come at it with an attitude that they want to help you out, di ba?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yun lang. So, yeah, it's good. It's always good to have that reminder. Just be kind. And in keeping with the tradition, one of the traditions here in the podcast, wherein our last guest, kumbaga, leaves a question for the next guest.
Magaling ba yung guest bago
Yung guest na bago ikaw ay kilala mo na rin. Ay, nako. So, ang sabi nga ni SUD of SUD ay, kung may daliri kang need putulin, anong daliri at bakit? Napakalalim
The
na
middle
tanong.
finger.
The middle finger. Bakit middle finger?
Kasi ito, good job.
Good job.
Ito pang turo.
Okay.
Ito pag may mahal ka, dito mo nilalagay yung sing-sing nyo pag wala. Ito pang pinky promise.
So, para sa buhay mo,
Hindi ko kailangan
Hindi mo
middle
kailangan yung
finger.
middle
Kasi
finger.
ano bang use nito? Di ba pang
so,
bad yun.
wag na lang yan. Okay.
Ang ganda ng tanong niya.
Ang ganda, in fairness, ang ganda na.
Pag
ang ganda
bago
na
ako
nasagot
matulog
mo.
mamaya, isipin ko pa
Isipin
din
mo
siya.
ulit. Baka
Kung
magbago
tama
yun.
ba yung sagot ko.
Alright, and then in keeping with that tradition, without knowing who the next guest is, maybe you could write a question and sign your name.
Autograph.
Basahin ko. Knowing our next guest.
Yes. So, kilala ko. Kilala ko na.
Okay.
Ano ba
And
yan?
then
Sayang.
Okay lang yan. And then I guess the last question, because we at Minsan love music.
I love music too.
We make a playlist based on the answers of our guests. So, what's this one song you would like to add to our playlist?
Ang hirap.
But ikaw bahala kung by any criteria you choose. The only thing we ask is you tell us why that song.
Ang hirap.
Mahirap. For a music lover, mahirap siyang tanong.
Hindi nga eh. Mas nahirapan ako kasi ma-judge ako eh.
Okay lang. May...
Ang hirap naman. Alam mo kung sino iniisip ko ngayon?
Sino?
Si Justin Bieber.
Go. Which Justin Bieber song? Okay lang.
Gusto ko yung tunog baby pa siya. Justin. Grabe, so yung mga, isipin mo minsan playlist, tas ang kukul ng mga kanta nila. Tas Justin
Ay, hindi.
Bieber.
May mga hindi rin cool naman.
Oh, great.
Or hindi naman cool. Or kumbaga interesting choices.
For you.
So? Hindi, I mean, ito. You're talking to a
Ang hirap.
person who has Sabrina Carpenter as their #1 artist on Spotify in 2024.
Nakomit ko na si Justin Bieber. Asan mo yung phone ko? Peram nga ako.
Spotify, sige bukas ka.
Kasi pe-play ko para malagay si Justin Bieber sa Discover Weekly mo.
Tapos maano ko. Huwag mo i-play.
Bakit?
Ay,
Okay lang. Justin Bieber.
But at least decided ka na Justin Bieber. Okay lang yan.
Kasi iminamanifest ko na manonood akong concert niya. Alam niyo ba yung
Sobrang ganda nung acoustic nung What Do You Mean.
Yeah, magaling naman siya.
Magaling siya.
Oh.
Nawirdohan lang ako sa choice na may auto-tune yung acoustic na song.
Ang hirap naman.
Sige lang, mamili ka lang.
Ba't wala? Wala dito. Oh my gosh. Wala dito. Baka nasa YouTube pa. Wait. Never let you go. I'll never... Basta
yan.
pero kung wala sa Spotify pa naman. Yun or ano na lang, common denominator.
Common
Hindi
denominator.
nyo alam yun.
Hindi ko alam yung kantang yan. Sorry.
It's okay. Wala ko alam yung kanta.
I'm not enough of a believer to know that song.
Yeah, I love Justin Bieber. I think dahil nga, di ba, ito yung years na kinikilala ko ulit yung sarili ko. Babalik ako dun sa mga first love ko, si Justin.
Any particular thing about this song na naalala
Kasi
mo?
nung age, parang he shouldn't be singing that song at his age.
At the
Baby pa
time.
lang siya noon eh. Tapos yung mga...
Ang lalim na.
Oo,
Tama ba?
alam ko naman hindi siya yung sumulat ng buo. Pero gets, parang talaga, ka-age mo lang ako, tapos yan na yung mga iniisip mo. Yung mga lumalabas sa bibig mo. Yun.
Alright, sige. I will listen to Justin Bieber's
Sana,
Common Denominator.
kahit basahin mo na yung lyrics. Kasi maririnig mo yung baby voice niya.
Okay lang.
Baka maisip mo. Pero magaling si Justin Bieber kumanta.
Magaling siya. Magaling.
Ang galing
I know
niya
he was first
talaga.
discovered
Sa
by
YouTube,
Usher sa YouTube playing drums.
Yeah. Magaling siyang musician. Crush ko yung mga magaling sa mga ginagawa niya. Oversharing. Bye!
Alright, with that, Justin Bieber, kung naandyan ka man.
Ay, may asawa na yun.
May asawa na nga
Okay.
pala. Si
Hailey Bieber. Pwede din natin yun pag-usapan. Paano naging sila? At
Paano nga ba
dapat ba
naging
sila
sila?
talaga?
Bakit? Paano ba
Kasi,
naging sila?
ibabash ako. Okay na.
Okay na yun.
Mamaya
Sige.
na.
For a separate conversation na lang yan. Thank you, Jana. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason Kananan. Boo! Cut! Alam